Hello, welcome to another video. I thought I would do a tutorial on marbling on paper. Now, I've never done a tutorial like this before, so let me know if you like it and if you'd like to see more and what you would like to see me demonstrate for you, and I'll be happy to oblige if I can. So paper marbling is a fantastic technique. I'm obsessed with it. I first learned how to do it at uni. It's so simple. It's for adults, you can do it with kids. It might be messy with kids, I've not tried it, but it's great and it's easy, and you just need a tray / dish with water. See, this is like a roasting dish that we never use because it's too big for two of us. So it's just filled about halfway with water, and you just need some paper, and then you also need marbling ink. Now, I got these off a school wholesale website, but Hobbycraft sell them as well. You just give it a Google, marbling inks, and you'll find the stuff. Basically, you just need an ink that doesn't mix with water. It needs to float on the surface of the water. I believe you can use acrylic inks, but I've never tried them. So yeah, it just needs to sit on the surface because that is how it works, the magical process of marbling. So here's a couple of bits that I have done. This one's very messy. Oh, that's good there. Very nice. And then last week we had a party in my studio with the other members for our friend who's getting married. So I was on the hat department. So I made us little paper hats, like cracker style, Christmas cracker style hats, and I marbled them. So that turned out super cute. And I just love the patterns that I got, and then they're all different and unique. This was super easy. This is one sheet of A4. I might show you briefly how to do that in a sec. So yeah, without further ado, let's get cracking. Oh, you also need some kind of skewer type thing. I'm using a knitting needle. That's just to create the pattern on the marbling. You also might need tissues at the ready and somewhere to dry your pieces. I found cardboard is really good. Like a thick bit of cardboard, you can lay marbled paper on there. It won't soak through, and it's just easy if you've not got a drying rack or anything like that, which most people do not have in their homes. So let's get cracking. Right, so all I'm going to do first is, my paper, by the way, is light blue coloured, so if it looks funny, that's why. But it was the same paper that I used for the crowns, so I thought that's why I went blue and purple, so it looks cute. Right, what colour should we go? A bit of green. So all you do is you get your ink, your tray of water, and you just drop a couple of drops of ink onto the surface. Now, different inks will spread based on their strength of pigment. So that dark green's obviously quite pigmented, so it's not spreading a great deal. So orange, however, we may find that spreads a little bit more. Now, I often found that the first one you need to do as a warm-up, sort of like get the water surface prepped. So let's just try and mix these up a bit. So as you can see, it's not really doing a whole lot, so I'm hoping that in a second I'm going to do my first one, and then that should hopefully prep the water. Now, as you can see, this is not quite the right, it's slightly too wide, so what you can do is dip one end first. Yes, it started doing it exactly as I wanted. As you can see, it's not done much on the paper, but it's started to spread now in there. So I'm just going to fold this one up because I don't need that one now. And as you can see, now we've disturbed it with the paper, it's really starting to do its thing. So what I'm going to do is, just for ease of showing you, I'm going to chop these in half. They're just A4. that's a bit rough and ready, but you see the point. And now, without adding any further ink, I'm just going to agitate this a bit, just to get any big bits spread in a little bit more. There's nice bits of orange in there. And then all I'm going to do is lay that on, careful not to get any air bubbles in it. Peel it back off. Wow, look at that. So satisfying, so detailed, and so cool and so unique. I'll never get another one that looks like that again, and that is what I like about it. So I'm just going to transfer that to my drying table, which, as I said, is just a cardboard box. So then I can carry on adding inks to this. If they're the same colour, that's fine. You can introduce new colours. You don't want to go mad with colours. That is an example of adding several colours, and it kind of looks a bit chaotic. So if you don't want the colours anymore, then all you have to do is get a piece, which is what we've used these for, and just sort of scrape up the ink that you've used. You may want to do it a couple of times. There we go. So it's looking a bit clearer. It's never going to be perfect unless you change the water, but it's much more of a blank canvas now for you to add in some other colours. And as you can see, this red now spreads a lot easier because it's like the surface of water has been prepped. It's got kind of like, I guess it's like a coat of oil on it. So it spreads way easier. So let's go for a red and orange, shall we? And there we go. And then I get my knitting needle, which I'll just wipe because it'll have green on it. And then, as you can see, they're doing a lot of the work for me, but I'll just give them a further little agitate. And then I just lay on. And some tutorials that I've seen, they want you to submerge the paper. I've never done it that way. I've never seen the need. I find laying it on and then just peeling it off to reveal the pattern works just fine. And it also means that you don't have to have a tray deep enough to submerge your object. Look at that. Now, as you can see, it's hard to tell because the paper's blue, but there is a little bit of green ink still in there. But not a lot. Red and orange are definitely the main colours in there. Let that drip off. So just add a bit more red. And then the other thing that you can do is layer colours. So on each of these red spots, if I add a spot of orange, oh, that one didn't go quite in the middle. There we go. And then using your thing, you can really mix them up. Beautiful. I'll get another bit of paper. And there we go, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So now that you know the basics, you can do all sorts with it. As I said, I've made these crowns super easy. Make them for your own Christmas crackers. You could marble the paper for the crackers as well. That would be epic. All I did for that was quick tutorial. 1 A4 piece per crown. Cut it in half. Stick the two halves together at the ends with sellotape. And then I concertinaed it up. So like that, like that, like that. And then cut a peak, and when you unfold it, it's a crown. And there you go. I'm thinking about doing some marbled gift tags this year. I'm thinking about doing cards. I'm doing ceramic baubles. If you do things ceramic, they need to be an uncoated ceramic, like not gloss finish. Just like a, I don't know what the word, like an unglazed ceramic finish, and that'll give you the best results. And then once it's dry, you can like varnish it over the top, like to just seal it in and make sure it's gonna last. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you'd like to see any more, and I'll be happy to oblige. And if you're local to me, East Yorkshire, then keep an eye out on my social media for in-person workshops too. If you liked it, please subscribe, and there may be more coming. And just thanks for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful time marbling your own stuff.